Let's talk about mining, because a rise in the price of gold and silver and a more generally stable outlook for the mining industry has prompted Miner Impact Minerals to capitalise on some pretty positive findings between Wellington and Orange. Now, when you combine that with some interest from Andrew Forrest's Squadron resources, a mining development in the Lachlan Fold Belt seems increasingly likely. Dr Mike Jones is the Managing Director of Impact Minerals.
The gold and silver price has done very well this year, apart from the last couple of weeks, but a pullback was probably due. But gold and silver have really led the turnaround that we've seen in the resources sector this year after a 4 or 5 year quite bad downturn for the entire industry. And I'm sure that's affected many in the Central West. But certainly in the last 6 to 8 months, we've seen a very encouraging turnaround, and so to be able to produce gold and silver results like this just at the right time has been very good for us.
Where this project's up to at the moment, you're doing exploration, but you're not actually mining there yet.
No, that's correct. It's early days. We do have a modest resource there already. It's about 100,000 ounces of gold, but we really need to sort of demonstrate we've got about 500,000 ounces to be able to be confident that we might have a development project there. But certainly the results we put out recently indicate there's the potential for that, but we've still got quite a bit of work to do to demonstrate that. So we're looking to start drilling again before the end of the year and carry on into 2017.
So then, should you get the results that you're hoping for, what's the process after that? Do you then go looking for venture capital to expand that?
We certainly would, and we're in a very fortunate position compared to many of the juniors at the moment. We are backed by Andrew Forrest, his private vehicle, and he actually has an option to farm in or have a joint venture, over the project, and he's probably got another 2 months to make that investment decision. But regardless of that, we're very, very excited by the project, so we would go ahead with our drill program regardless. And depending on the outcome of that, we would certainly be looking for funding to obviously take it into development.
Now, this is a part of the world where historically there has been mining in the past. What sort of reception are you getting from landholders? That would be in quite valuable farming country.
Look, the majority of the landowners that we've dealt with have all been very supportive, and we haven't had any problems with land access agreements. I think in this part of the Central West, there's a good understanding of mining and what mining has done for the region. Obviously, we've got some exciting developments at Alkane near Dubbo with their zirconium project and their recent mine at Tomingley, and obviously the giant Katie Ridgeway mine down at Orange. So I think there's an understanding in this part of the region that both land uses can work together with the appropriate communication.
Now, should the development go ahead, should all the stars align, would you be looking at an open cut or underground mine?
Look, at this stage, it is early stages. There might be a modest open cut, but some of the material we're finding is deeper, and so it'd probably be an underground operation.
The most recent PAC inquiry I went to saw quite a bit of activity from some local residents who had concerns about the effect on water supplies. Do you get concerns voiced when you're consulting with the community? Because water, is essential to community, but also to farming operations.
That's right. I'm not being flippant, but given the amount of rain that we just had out on our drill site, it caused us all sorts of problems. Water certainly wasn't an issue during the winter, but of course, everyone in the region understands that, and obviously during the summer and during long periods of drought, it is an issue. Look, we have been seeing quite a lot of groundwater in areas that aren't being used by the farmers. So at the moment, water doesn't seem to be a problem. But look, I do want to emphasise that it is early days. We've got quite a lot of work to do before we determine that there's a mine here. But it's obviously encouraging and exciting for us at this present time.
It's Dr Mike Jones, Managing Director of Impact Minerals. On the Rural Report, it is 20 minutes past 6.